that the solutions now, that's why I said yes, it is fine, it is enough. I see these problems, it needs the solutions. Many students are in demand of this. That's why I've decided to record this lecture and then post it or distribute it in the world nations, in the world African continents, in the world world, in Asia, in North America, in South America, in Europe, in Asia, you see, and in Australia, in all continents of Africa, so that many engineering students might get help on this. Just like how even myself, I got help from other teachers from abroad of United Republic of Tanzania. I did my undergraduate here, but I've been learning some material from, you see, United States of America. So I haven't gone there, but the internet was delivering them to me. So that's why I say that. Why? So it means that in this channel now, or in this methodology, you can deliver these materials at any time, and also at anywhere. There's no limitation. It's not mandatory for us to meet. Okay, so that just like I think that it's enough a brief introductions about this channel. So now you understand the main visions and the solutions that I'm solving in online undergraduate POLYINSTIT of Tanzania. In the parentheses of what OLENJOLAI. The main focus will be focusing in all the institutions, colleges, and University of the Republic of Tanzania. And so I would like just to give you a little intro about today's lecture or today's sessions before I'm going to start. Today I'm going to teach you from the Engineering of Mathematics department. And also the module is called the Probability and Statistics. The chapter is called the Statistical, as mentioned, and this is the second semester for the second year engineering students and even scientists. And the reference syllabus is the Dar es Salaam Institute of Technology institutions, which actually that will be presenting some other institutions across the country. Okay, so then that is a few things that I wanted to say. So for you, because I'll be uploading a lot of videos in this YouTube channel, I would like to ask you to do a few things for you to be connected, because I want to be with you. I'm very serious on this program, and I believe in yourself. You are very serious because you have been praying for these solutions to come at your house, in your car, because you can take it anywhere. For example, you're in forest, wherever that you are, you can take these materials. Okay, so number one, you have to make sure you have an email, and you have an email. And in case that you don't have an email, just these 3 minutes, you just spend 3 to 5 minutes to open a new email. So for you to stay connected on this channel. Okay, and keep your password. Make sure that in case that you open a new email, make sure that you keep your password. Number two, you have to sign in YouTube applications by using your televisions, by using your mobile phone, by using your iPad, by using your computer. And then number three, you have to just go to the bottoms of this video, and then of this video, and then you will see that the button which is ready in background, and even tells it means a text in white which has been written subscribe. So click it once. When you click it, it disappear and then appear a bell. So also click this bell only once, click only once, and then select all. So by doing that, now you can get all the updates, and even the YouTube community will give you official notifications in case we add any video into this YouTube channel. Okay. So again, in case that you wanted, you have to share. Number four, share this channel to other people, to other students, to other engineering students, even to I call them to the hobbyists of engineering students, even to the alumni. These materials will be distributed and will be beneficial for the different people who have engineering mindset. Okay, to the teachers, to the students, you see. Even to the education, to the engineers who are still workers, in different places in case they want to recapitulate their concepts or to recall the concept. So that is, so make sure that you share this material at least to the 5 of your friends, of your closest friend. Again, another thing that I want just to say, in case you want to get grouped videos, because remember that I'll be using one referential institution for the institution, that is the Islam Institute of Technology, but it will be representing some other institutions such as Arusha Technical College, such as Mbeya University of Technology. You see, so that's a referential institution because you have many institutions in the country. So, but they use a similar syllabus in engineering mathematics because they are under the Nacte, which is actually the which is official authority that used to supervise and they guide these different institutions. But again, for the in case of universities, are we using the syllabus reporting the focus of the syllabus of engineering mathematics for yes, engineering mathematics and even scientific mathematics from University of Dar es Salaam, which actually that is, yeah, you see, it's the cornerstones of many different universities and colleges in our country. So for you to get grouped videos in a particular topic, for example in statistical estimation, or to get the grouped videos of probability and statistics, then you have to make sure to go to the playlist and then so you'll find the collections, because I used to group these videos in terms of the playlist. So make sure that you go, for example, you want also to get the video for the second year. So I will be having a lot of playlists there just to group the similar lectures so that you can be redeeming your times of roaming around. So that's another 5 things that you have to make sure that you do. Okay, so again, so I will, if that's the case now, yes, thank you for concentrating. I would like us to take the case right now. Make sure you read also the descriptions of this video. And in case you have questions, I know that you'll have questions. I will be trying to answer many questions, but I know you'll have questions and I like your questions because in my physical teaching, asking almost 3,000 of my alumni who have been teaching them engineering mathematics during my 5 years of analog teaching, which is M-PESA, asking them. Almost 40% of my sessions I used to allow students asking questions, because asking questions, that's how I used to learn even complex concepts myself. So I would like to encourage students to ask questions and let them understand, because the main objective of these channels is not only to help you pass your engineering mathematics, but also the main objective of this channel is to change your mindset, to teach you how to think differently, and how to use the concept that we've been teaching and even as a concept on solving real world problems. So you will be passing your tests, your final exams or university exams, but that's not enough. It's just a part of your life. The main goal is to see that you are solving complex problems in your community, and there are millions of the problems in our communities. That's why that we used to go to school to study and then come back to solve them. Okay, so again, in case that in case that myself I've spent a lot of money, I have invested just like my national offering. Okay, because it's very expensive actually, that in case that I want to deliver this stuff to you, but I don't want to go into too much details. In case you feel from your heart, just like myself, nobody who have given me a campaign, but it was from my heart that I have to offer my gift offering, and not only my gift offering, I have also to invest on all the multimedia equipments and all the materials required to deliver these programs or this project, these programs to you. So in case yourself that you want to offer the Thanksgiving, I don't want to hesitate you. Don't hesitate yourself. This is the phone number. This is the phone number which actually that you can offer your Thanksgiving to support the cost, the running cost, and even the ongoing cost for the all other incoming lectures of probability and the statistical of engineering mathematics. Thank you very much for understanding. Thank you very much for taking your time. Now, this is the right moment. This channel is for the serious students. and who are pursuing engineering mathematics. So at this moment, I will be taking all the required materials as a teacher in order to teach you, and even yourself. Take your exercise book, take your scientific calculator, this one, and then take your pen, then take your pencil for the drawings, and then take your ruler, and then take your rubber for the drawings, as I said, a rubber for the rubbings in case that you do some mistakes, and then take your reference books that I'm going to mention to you, and then let us go to the business and let us concentrate. So let us go to the business which I have prepared for you. Okay, so I would like to give you a little introductions of this module of probability and statistics. Okay, as I've said that I'll be taking a focus on Dar es Salaam Institute at the syllabus of Dar es Salaam Institute of Technology, and then so I would like just to say that this is introduction of probability and the statistics. Probability and the statistics. Say with me. So our module is called the probability and the statistics. Interesting module. You met it during your O-level studies. So in this part of introductions, I'll be introducing you four important things before we go to the lecture. So number one, I would like just to introduce to you reference books and the materials that are required on learning this module. Very important components of learning. The first reference book is, we call it course outline. Say with me, course outline. Okay, course outline support of probability. In some of the institutions they call this module statistics. You see, probability and statistics, or statistics and probability and what, and statistics. But the contents is commonly in our nation that for the second year, and even in the world, for the second year engineering students to do, it means that to learn about the probability and statistics. This is the global concept. So the course outlines of probability and statistics by your college, for example, College of Engineering, your college, or by your institution, for example, institutions of technology. So that's the first requirement. Then the second requirement is this. This is the second requirement. The second requirement, you need to have a book known as a soft copy or hard copy, introductory statistics. Introductory statistics. Introductory statistics by Barbara. By Barbara Ilowski and Susan. So these are the authors of this book, and Susan. Very important reference book. I used this reference book I used to take some concepts from that reference book. Again, another reference book is called the Mathematics, okay, called Mathematics for Electrical Engineers, for electrical engineers, and the computing, or electrical engineering, not engineers, engineering and computing. And this is the author by Mary Attenborough. And then number 4, you need to have we call it your class notes. Your class notes, or in some of the institutions, for example, TAYI, we call it your class money, of 40, of probability, and the statistics. Okay? That's the fourth requirement. Then the fifth requirement, you require that probability and the statistics. This is for any topic of this module. Statistical notes, okay, notes by Sir Olenjolaim Moko, who is teaching you right now. I have the notes, which is integrations of nearly all these reference books by Sir Olenjolaim. And the sixth reference is online or internet books and notes. So you can use in online resources in PDF, in web browser, in web, in different format. Okay. Then the seventh reference required. This is, we call them, we need to have tables. I will show you soon. We need to have table 4.4, which is called the students T distribution, or areas under the, we call it normal curve. And then you need to have another table which is 4.5, and this one we call it 4.5, we call it percentile values for students T distribution. So this, in brief, we call it students T distribution. Okay, and then you need to have table 4.6, and this we call it the chi-square. Say the chi-square distribution. And then you need to have table 4.7. This is 95 percentile F distribution. Then you need to have table 4.8. This is 99 percentile F distribution. Okay. So what does it mean? For example, that this is table, you see, so this is table 4, right? So this is table 4, so you should have a table like this, see? So this is the normal distribution, table 4.4, areas under the standard normal curve from 0 to Z. So the Z comes starting from 0 to 3.9. So that's one of the reference of the table that you need. But again, you need the second table, which is table 4.5. This table 4.5 is titled as percentiles values for students T distributions with degree of freedoms. So you see, so this is the curve and this is the table, and I'll be teaching you how to read these tables or how to use them. The third table is called your chi-square. So this one, so this is the 4.6, right? Percentile values for the chi distributions with degree of freedoms and shaded area is equal to the probability. So this is the table. So it is starting from a degree of freedom 1 to 100. Okay. Very interesting. I'll be having a lecture on this. Then table 4.7, we call it 95 percentiles values for the F distributions with first numerator degree of freedoms with and denominator degree of freedom. So this is the ratio of the freedom, degree of freedom from 1 to infinity, right? And then these are the probabilities. I will be teaching you how to use these tables effectively because that is my responsibility, and even yourself also, you have to concentrate. The last but not least table is table 4.4, which is rate at 99 percentile values for the F distributions with sort degree of freedoms 1 in numerator and degree of freedoms 2 in denominator. So these are the reference tables. So make sure that you get them as a soft copy and you have the hard copy so that we can learn together. Okay. So thank you for your focus or your concentrations on this. Then we have number 8, or the reference number 8. It doesn't mean that you should have all these references, but it's better if you have them. Another reference is, we call them past papers. So past papers are very important references, okay, for you to know the format of the questions. Past paper. When you say past papers, you have to refer test 1 of your institution, test 2, okay, test 2, you have to refer also final exam, which we call the abbreviations FE, or in some of the institutions we call it UE, University Exam, okay? And then, this is not enough, but also you have to turn your sheet, okay? Turn your sheets to know how the questions are being designed, and I'll be solving some of them. I'll be solving many questions from test 1, test 2, final exams, university exams of these modules, the tutorial sheets. I'll be solving many questions from assignment, okay? So that I will encourage you to solve on your own assignments, okay? So tutorial and the assignments, right? And even that we say that exercises. See, so that the eight sort reference. Then the ninth reference is we need scientific calculator. So for you to learn engineering mathematics, you need scientific calculator, okay? Scientific calculator from any manufacturer, but I recommend the function. I recommend the function 991, which is Casio, okay? Okay, Casio scientific calculator. Scientific calculator. And in case that you need, you can go to the descriptions of this video so you can order it online. Okay? Calculator. So you can order it online because I used to sell it. So with this reference, it's very important for you to have a scientific calculator like this. You see? So it is scientific calculator. So you see, this is called the Casio function 900 ms. Very good scientific calculator. You can use it 4 to 5 years without any damage. And even if that after you graduate your engineering mathematics, you can leave it to your young brothers and your relatives. So no loss on buying this scientific calculator. So in case that you need, make sure you go to the descriptions below there. You will see how am I selling it and how you can pay for it, and I can ship it in any regions of United Republic of Tanzania, right? Yes, because I want you to have the essential material so you can learn together. Okay? So that is all about references. Yes, that's all about references, but yes, that's all about references. Again, before the second components of this introduction, right? The second components of this introduction is I would like to share with you the big picture of engineering mathematics, right? So the big picture of engineering mathematics. That's the second thing that I want to share with you. Okay? The big picture of engineering mathematics. So this is Olenjolai's big picture. You can say it, but I want to be yours. Olenjolai's big picture in what? In mathematics or in maths hierarchical. So what is big picture in me? This is mathematics, a very fantastic subject in the world. Then mathematics mainly have two branches, okay? And these two branches are very important. The first branch, we call it pure maths. And the second branch, we call it applied mathematics. None of the concepts in mathematics is not applicable. All the concepts are applicable, applied maths. Under this applied maths, again, we have some more branches. Many branches, many areas that we use to apply mathematics, or mathematics is used in different areas. For example, mathematics is used in scientific area. So in scientific domain, so you have scientific maths, and not only also we have that engineering mathematics. Okay? Also we can have what in medical mathematics, and also you can have economical mathematics. It means that the mathematics that used to define economics problems. Our focus in this channel at this moment is not in economics, is not even mainly in scientific. Yes, but yes, our focus is in these two branches, right? And under these two branches, we say that in mathematics and scientific mathematics, again, we have three branches again, or three areas of interest. Okay? Three areas of interest. So you have three areas of interest. So we have three areas of interest. Three areas of 40 of interest. Here, because of the space, here we have basic engineering. And let me just redraw it in the next column. The steady family tree, we call it now we take our further look on engineering mathematics, and we find that we have three other branches of interest. The first branch is basic engineering mathematics. The second branch is intermediate engineering mathematics. So this is the engineering mathematics. I'm still explaining this big picture. So I took engineering mathematics here, and scientific engineering, and the scientific mathematics, right? So here we find three essential branches. First branch, we call it basics. Okay, basic engineering maths. And this is for diploma level, diploma or certificate level, that is. And then here we have another category, which I call it intermediate engineering, intermediate engineering mathematics. This is for undergraduate. This is for undergraduate, or in some of institutions we call it bachelor level. And then we have advanced engineering, so advanced engineering concept, and this is called advanced engineering mathematics concept, and this is for postgraduate, is for the students who are doing the doctorate, so this for postgraduate level. So at this moment or in this channel, we'll be putting focus on this part. So here, this is the part that we get the probability and statistical module. So that's the second thing that I want you to grab it. Believe that you have grabbed it, you have enjoyed it, and even right now that you like now the engineering mathematics. So we'll be together intermediate engineering mathematics for undergraduates or for the bachelor students, and not only for engineering, because this is for engineering mathematics also, because engineering is the one applications of science. So even in scientific, it's similar engineering mathematics that we do need, right? Or mathematics that we need. So that's why remember that scientific mathematics and engineering mathematics are closely related. So some things I might be using the engineering mathematics because in our nations we have many institutions for engineering rather than many scientific institutions. It doesn't mean that the scientific institutions that they have nothing or they don't have something special, they do. So the third thing that I want you to understand now is the course outline of this one. So I want just to present to you the course outline, the requirements for the contents of course outlines of probability and statistics. The content, yes, we say that the content, so this is 1-3, so I call it the contents of statistical estimation are the topic that we are learning, statistical estimation. But before I present these contents, I want just to give you the big picture and remind you something maybe which you have forgotten. We say that according to DIT syllabus, DIT undergraduate syllabus, probability, the module of 40, the module of probability and the statistics. And the statistics has 4 topics. And these 4 topics, the first one is called we call it the normal distribution. It's the foundations of continuous or random data. So the second ones, after normal distributions, we go for the sampling distribution, right? Sampling distributions. The third one, which I'll be teaching you in this video, is called the statistical distribution or statistical estimation. Very important estimation. And then the last topic for this module is called the hypothesis testing. Okay, hypothesis testing. I'll be start teaching the statistical estimations, then I'll go for hypothesis testing. So now, when you know that, that is good. I would like just to go for the first contents in this intro video and give you the prerequisite and the post-requisite. Again, I want just to recommend this, that the module of probability and statistics has a closely related modules during the year of study, your second year of study, and this closely related modules is called research methodology. So when you understand many concepts in probability and statistics, you won't get a lot of suffering in research methodologies, except that you have a lot of descriptions, more than computations or more than mathematics, if you compare with this of probability and stuff. So it means I'm teaching you 2 modules at a time. Is it interesting? Okay, tell me in the comment sections. I love you. Okay, so let us go to the 1.4 contents. And this is, yes, 1.4, or just I can call it 3.1 because I have a focus now. Contents of 40 of statistical estimation. What am I going to teach you in statistical estimation as one of the topic for engineering institutions in United Republic of Tanzania and also in the world. Okay, the first content we say that this is the 3.0 because I'm a telecommunication, I'm an electronics engineer, so we used to count numbers from 0 because we have binary number there. So the first we say that the first thing which I'll be teaching you in these statistical estimations is introductions of statistical estimation. So in these introductions of statistical estimations, I will define some of the common terminologies that will be mentioning several times as well as we are learning this morning. So introductions of statistical estimation. The second component or the second content is I'm going to teach you about point estimation, right? Point estimation. Then I will be teaching you about interval estimations of the mean, because there are two types of estimation: interval estimation, right? Interval estimation of mean of a normal population of mean, because they have two statistical. We have three important statistical parameters. Four. We have proportions, we have mean, we have standard deviation, we have variance. Of means of a normal distribution, normal distribution, we say that with known population, with known population variance. Population variance. So then we have 3.4. So the first component is we say that confidence interval or confidence limit. I'll be teaching you about confidence interval. Say with me, confidence interval, very important parameter of estimating confidence interval or confidence limit of 40, confidence interval or confidence limiting of mean of finite population, means the population that we know it is sample size population. Very interesting. You have to remember there are some. All these topics depends each other. This statistical estimation depends normal distribution, depends sampling, and even the hypothesis testing also depends all the three previous topics. However, that it's possible to teach students this topic and this one with a little revision or review of this first chapter and second chapter. Okay. So then we have for the confidence limit. Again, this is 5.3.5. We have confidence limit, right? Confidence limit or confidence interval. This is all about interval estimator of 40 of mean, of 40 of infinite population. Finite population. Okay? And then 3.6 confidence interval for proportion. Be teaching you and we'll be together in confidence interval of proportions. This is 3.7, right? I'll be teaching about confidence interval for sums. Confidence, so you'll be singing the song of confidence interval, and the confidence interval will be the chorus. Confidence interval for sums, very important. It has been asked in many exams, sums and differences. Sum and the differences. sums and the differences. That is 3.7. Remember that Olenjolai is the picture on mathematics. Okay? I know you like math. I do like mathematics in my life. So 3.8. Then I'll be teaching about the small sample theory. So I'll be teaching about small sample theory. Be teaching small sample theory. And then I'll be teaching about confidence interval for mean of the small sample. Confidence interval. I will be teaching you, we'll be together. You won't be alone in this business. Intervals. Okay? For what? For mean of small sample. Mean of small sample. Mean of small sample. Okay? Small sample for mean of small sample. Confidence interval for mean of small sample with known. There are different cases in this one. With known, it's one of the longest topic, standard deviation in probability and statistic. Okay, of standard deviations. 3.10. I'll be teaching you about the chi-square. Say with me. The chi-square, not chi-square. This is called or pronounced as the chi-square. And the way that we do these notations, this is the way that we do notations. Here we put degree of freedoms, here we put the percentile. And this percentile is alpha. See? The chi-square distribution. I'll be teaching you the chi-square distribution. And this is all students T distributions. I'll be teaching you their confidence interval. Yes, this is the point where I'll be teaching student T distribution. So here I'll be teaching distribution, and this is the chi distributions. When I say chi distributions, it means I'm talking about the tables. Okay? The confidence interval. Then I'll be teaching about the confidence, how we can find the confidence interval. Now. The confidence interval of standard deviation from the beginnings to the 3.10s, we are dealing with confidence interval. It means from this point 3.4 to 3.9, we'll be dealing with confidence interval about mean, right? And then here we'll be start learning the confidence interval of 40 of standard deviation. Say with me, standard deviation. So standard deviations is very important statistical parameter. Standard deviation by what? By using the chi-square distribution. Okay, it will be helping us on determining the confidence interval of standard deviations, okay, of the particular population. So that is number 11, and then number 12, which is 3.12. Now I'll be teaching you about the degree of freedoms of higher degree than 100. This is one of the concepts I encountered when I was reviewing some past paper, okay, especially those past papers of the Dar es Salaam Institute of Technology. It's not included in the freedom. It's not included in the course outlines of many institutions, but they used to ask this question or this concept in exams. So that's why that I say that it's better if I teach and prepare you in advance how you can deal with this, with the problems regarding or testing on this concept with higher degree than 100, because than 100, because the chi-square is ending at 100. That's the meaning of the degree of freedom of higher degree than 100. Okay? Then the 13th subtopic, okay, I'll be teaching about F distributions, both F distribution, So I'll be teaching you the F distribution. Remember that the F distributions are two, 99 percentiles and the 95 percentiles. The F distributions and then F distributions, and then 3 or the 14th subtopic, I'll be teaching you on solving problems. So problem solving, or solving questions from the reference stuff that I have mentioned to you. Yes, so because before we go to start the lecture, I would like just to mention the prerequisite of this module. Prerequisite of this module. What the prerequisite of this module? The prerequisite of this module is the module or the subject known as statistics and probability for you covered it during your diploma or during your advanced study or A-level maths. So in this model, because I know it has been a long time since we learned this stuff, sometimes you find that some of the students, they spend 10 years after graduations of ordinary diploma before joining to the undergraduate study. So I know you have possibly forgotten. I'll try my level best to remind you the concept that you have covered in probability and statistics, okay? So you are not alone. I'm together with you with this battle. Okay, so then the post-requisite. So what the means of post-requisite? Where will you need this module of probability and statistics? The post-requisites, there are two. Number one, you will need this concept that I'll be teaching you in postgraduate studies. So when you say postgraduate studies, it means that especially in the research, in the postgraduate research. So don't throw out these materials. Number two, both I and you will need this on real life problem solving. So on practical, it means that on practical real life, in our daily life, we need to use the concepts of statistics.